What's up, guys? I hope your day is going well. Thank you for joining in to watch this one. And as always, great appreciation to every single one of you. If you're watching on Facebook, don't forget to hit that follow link. If it's on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also share the video, guys, to get across to a lot bigger audience. So in this video, I'm actually going to talk about the situation from continuing from last video where I mentioned that Senator John Enoh actually went to Paris to meet with Coach Chelle to talk about the final discussion, final arrangements before he actually agrees to sign the deal, and then NFF announces it from next week. So that was what we talked about, what I shared on this channel in 2 or 3 videos ago. But the crazy thing is not happening, and it seems to be coming from the ministry, as all indication is stating, just starting from one response from the top hierarchy person in the ministry, on social media. And right now it feels like all of these previous claims are all false. The ministry has now given a hint that all of this is a lie, a misconception. Now it all started on Twitter with the seasoned sports journalist, OJB Sports, that's Ojora Babatunde, actually tweeting the same thing that I talked about in previous video, how Sports Minister John Enoh actually went to Paris, to meet with the Malian coach, Chelle. And then if everything goes well, if all the discussions are intact, then obviously he's going to sign that deal and then announce next week. So Ojora Babatunde, the journalist, obviously posted this on his Twitter. But then there was a follow-up to it. Oganla Media actually, replied to it, waiting concern at O1 Enoh with the Super Eagles coach. This is not good, sir. Of course, Adepoju just expressing his feelings towards the whole situation, and he's probably wondering how is Enoh supposed to be the one to go and finalize the deal for Nigerian Super Eagles head coach when we have all these men in NFF and they are not really doing anything at this moment. So, but the shocker here is, the other reply from a certain Diana Mary Tiko Nsang, when she says this is very false news. This woman is not just an ordinary Twitter user. She's a top official, in the sports ministry, and she's actually the senior assistant to the Minister of Sports. So of course she is in a very, very high position to actually know what's going on, to know if Enoh actually traveled or if his trip to Paris was to meet Chelle. So with this tweet reply from Mrs. Diana Mary, obviously I know you're thinking what I'm thinking. They are now saying, or they are now implying, that's the sports ministry are implying that there isn't such meeting between Enoh and Coach Chelle. But again, this drives me crazy because I'm the one actually reporting these things to you guys, giving you the updates. Of course, happily doing it on this on the platforms. But again, when these kinds of things come out, it just makes people like us look crazy, look like we don't even know what we are doing. Like we're just talking, spreading out, anything that we just think of. But again, this is the situation. I'm not surprised how this is happening. I know it's a Nigerian situation. Even NFF actually was. Sometimes you report what's actually happening, with NFF, and then they come out and tell you that, hey, who told you that? All these things are false news. Don't believe it. Don't buy it just because they want you. They don't want you to know it yet. And they feel it's not right for reporters, journalists, people like us to actually dish out this thing to the public when they've not decided to bring it out themselves. So I think in this situation, it's probably still the same thing. Mrs. Diana Mary not wanting this to go out in the public because it's probably still, in quotes, a secret that they don't want anyone to know. But we'll see what happens. If this is true, then this is a regression to to us actually employing a new coach in Chelle, because we know how it is. There's no time, obviously, and everyone is sick. Nigerian football lovers, the community, the fans, they are sick of these delays, staying several weeks. I think up to 7 weeks without having any coach. After Finidi vacated that job. But again, if this is true, what this woman is saying, which I don't want to believe, I want to believe that it's actually just them trying to clandestinely deny the idea that Enoh went to meet Eric Chelle, because they don't quite want it to be out there in public right now. But again, reporters, journalists, they will always bring these things out, regardless of whether this ministry or NFF want it to be out. But let me know your reaction to this. Of course, the plan is still intact. Expectation for the announcement of this new head coach is still from late this week, and then early/late next week. That's still when everyone is expected. Both the journalists, the football fans, and everyone is expected that NFF announces this new head coach. But moving away from that, Jace, Nigerian Football Federation has obviously put the vacant position of the under-20 national team on the markets right now. They are calling out to every qualified coach or coaches from around the world to actually apply for that one, for the chance to be selected. Again, I don't know, I talked about the previous time, but then the interesting thing is that our former striker, that if you watch Nigerian football from the early 2000s, you would know this man, John Utaka. He has now reportedly applied for that job, and he wants to be the Nigerian under-20 national team head coach. Utaka currently is working as a coach for the Montpellier under-19 team, which makes him obviously someone of interest for that role. Utaka had disappeared ever since he resigned from the national team and resigned from club football. We've not really heard so much about him, except maybe with his academy and all of that, because he owns an academy. But right now, the man has resurfaced again in the Nigerian scene by publicly applying for the NFF's job. But it's not just only John Utaka who is interested in this role. Of course, it's something public, so anyone that feels is qualified will be applying for that one. And talking about that, we have the likes of Juan Carlos Magro, who is a Spaniard. He has also applied for that vacant position. This man is someone of interest. He holds his UEFA Pro license in coaching, and he has previously worked as the academic director for the La Liga team, Valencia. He has experience, of course, across England, Iceland, China, Lithuania, and a list of other European countries. So this man is, actually, he's also worked in China as well, in Asia. So with all of these experiences, he is pushing his case forward to NFF that he is the right man to actually be employed for this one. Again, NFF set the deadline for the submission of application until the 4th of August, which is next tomorrow, for that one. So they are currently receiving a lot of applications. So if you out there watching me, if you're qualified, if you have your FIFA Pro license and UEFA Pro license for coaches, you could also, apply. Who knows, you might get the job. But right now, that is the update for this video. Thank you for sticking around to watch this one, and appreciation goes out to all of you. Make sure to follow Football Stories on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, and share the video, guys. Let's get across to a lot of audience. Stay tuned to the channel, and God bless you.